Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gathering of Light. It's wonderful to have everybody here today. And we're going to start with our opening song. Right?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Reverend Joanne. Our first song is a Rumi tune called Come.
Worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is not a caravan of despair. We are here to celebrate you and your unique spiritual journey. We come with a heart-to-heart spiritual connection, trying to follow the energy of the world religions and what's happening all around us. I used to think that Rumi's birthday was December 9th. I don't know if it is anymore. I think I got the wrong information. But anyway, I still like celebrating this time of year. We're back here with Rumi. So today, in recognition of that Jalaluddin Rumi is a Sufi poet, and his love of the beloved, his ability to say words that we cannot say, to really call to our hearts, to allow us to come again back to the divine, to truly be the beloved in our hearts. We have this celebration here today. So we say, come as you are, participate whatever level you are comfortable with. I ask you to join with me in our opening purpose statement. We gather here together to worship with love, to inspire and encourage each other with our spirit and through the wisdom of the world's diverse faiths. We commit to listen with open hearts, that we might gain positive, practical tools to continue to grow spiritually and enrich our personal lives. Now, we like to say we like to make this worship space, so our indigenous cultures, and in the beginning, they all started with creating this beautiful circle. This circle that knows that contains us and holds us, and when we walk into this circle, we're out of the ordinary into the extraordinary, where we acknowledge that which we cannot see, but knowing what it is truly in our hearts. And so they cast the circle, and so shall we, as we will do the best we can with what we know of to be in the directions. Could be anything you like. If there's something in that direction that calls to you, bring it into your hearts. But we start in the beginning with the rising sun and the east, and we call to the powers of the east, powers of air, for ideas, inner strength, wisdom, knowing, and protection. Archangel Uriel. Powers of the south, powers of fire, for passion, action, and abundance. Archangel Gabriel. Always the angel that called people into action, right? In all different traditions. Powers of the west, powers of water, for emotions, dreams, healing, our ancestors. And the Archangel Raphael, who does all the healing. And to the north, the powers of north, powers of earth, for inner strength. This is where wisdom and protection are. This is where the Archangel Michael, that warrior for all of us, the one that holds us all together, has the strength of the divine. Be with us. Here we are in this beautiful circle, now created each one for us. Draw up from the Mother Earth and draw down from the heavens above to feel that energy in your heart. Open your heart out. May we know the beloved. May we feel the beloved. May we be the beloved for all we come in contact with. Please be seated.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Again. Good morning. My name is Reverend Evelyn, and I'm going to read the Declaration of Intent. Don't go away. Come near. Don't be faithless. Be faithful. Find the antidote in the venom. Come to the root of yourself. Let us listen to the reed and the tale it tells, how it stings of separation. Ever since they cut me off from the riverbank, my wail has caused men and women to weep. I want a heart torn open with longing to share the pain of this love. Whoever has parted from his source longs to return to that state of union. Listen, oh drop, give yourself up without regret, and in exchange, gain the ocean. Let us listen, oh drops, and bestow upon ourselves this honor, and in the arms of the sea be secure. Who indeed would be so fortunate? An ocean wooing a
song Reflection is a tune by George Harrison called Inner Light.
Without looking out of my door, I could know the ways of heaven. Without looking out of my window, I could know the ways of heaven. The farther one travels, the less one knows. The less one really knows. Without looking out of your door, I know the things on earth. Without looking out of my window, I could know the ways of heaven. The farther one travels, the less one knows. The less one really knows. Here we go, one more time. Without looking out of your door, I could know the ways on earth. Without looking out of my window, I could know the ways of heaven. The farther one travels, the less one knows. The less one really knows. Arrive without traveling, see all without looking, do all without doing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We'd like to share words of wisdom with you. If you catch a fragrance of the unseen, like that, you will not be able to be contained. You will be out in empty sky. Any beauty the world has, any desire, will easily be yours. As you live deeper in the heart, the mirror gets clearer and cleaner. Shams of Tabriz realized God and himself. When that happens, you have no anxieties about losing anyone or anything. You break the spells that human difficulties cause. Interpretations come, hundreds, from all the religious symbols and parables and prayers. You know what they need when the presence lives through you. Jalal-ud-Din Rumi, translated by Coleman Barks.
Good morning, my name is Carmen, and I'm going to do the second part of Words of Wisdom with some Rumi quotes. Yesterday, I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today, I am wise, so I am changing myself. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. You were born with wings. Why prefer to crawl through life? Yesterday is gone, and it's tale told. Today, new seeds are growing. There are 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the earth. Raise your words, not voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Let yourself be silently drawn by a stronger pull of what you really, really love. Gamble everything for love if you are a true human being. Half-heartedness does not reach into majesty. If you are irritated by every rub, how will you be polished? There is a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. What you seek, it's seeking you. This being human is a guest house. Every morning is a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Treat each guest honorably. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Thank you.
So we have a lot of Rumi so far, right? Whoop, there I go. It takes a delay to come back in. So how do you like the quotes? Right? Yeah. So, Jalaluddin Rumi is said to be the most influential poet in the world, even though his poetry was written 800 years ago. So, and you can see why. I mean, here's a man who was born in Pakistan, had to move to Konya with his parents because of all kinds of wars and things going on, and so he's in Konya in present-day Turkey, and he's this scholar, he's this Islamic scholar who can quote everything, you know, he's really got it down. And he meets Shams of Tabriz, this mystical man who comes in, and he takes Rumi's books and he throws them into the water. He says, you don't need that. All this stuff, all this mystical stuff, all this stuff, like we're now, Christians are preparing for Christmas and the coming of that Christ light. We're coming into the time of the solstice. It's getting to be it's darker and darker and darker, and hope the light comes back. We're waiting now, and soon Hanukkah will come, and we'll remember that the light prevails, and we'll be holding fast and doing all these different things that are going on in all different traditions. But do we have any of it in our hearts? Do we really internalize it? Do we really allow it to be made manifest in our lives? What do we do with the information? A lot of people, their biggest complaints is, oh, you go to different house of worship for that day and everybody's nice, and as soon as they leave, they're beeping at each other in the car when they're driving out and yelling at each other in the parking lot because of the way people are driving. So we need to internalize it. So Rumi was standing there, and Shams was saying, it's nothing. Throw it away. You need to have it in your heart. This relationship with the divine needs to be in your heart. You need to be able to know it as the beloved. And so Rumi wrote poetry after poems and poems. But it wasn't until Shams took the book out of the water, because he saw how much it hurt Rumi to have his book, get all his work, and all soaking wet. In those days, that was a big deal to get your writing everything out. And it made it dry. Dried it up. Magic, right? We all want that miracle. Show me. Walk on water. Then I know it's real. Yeah. But Rumi did something else. He looked into Shams's eyes and he knew, my beloved. You know, you see what we talk about. Allah Akbar. The divine is great. It's great. La ilaha illallah. There is nothing but the oneness. We are all in this together. And this beloved, this energy, this light, this love, it holds us all together. So Rumi writes, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Keep coming back. Try again. So you didn't get it right in the parking lot. Come back inside. Come back inside and be giggly and happy and lovely and wonderful. Because we forget how to do that and how to be that. And we need to be that. He says ours is not a caravan of despair. Right? Come, even if you've broken your vows. Because we do it, I didn't get it right. And then we spend the rest of the day beating ourselves up because we didn't get it right. No, just come back. Over and over again. Keep coming back. And he says that in a lot of those words of wisdom that we have, and the different ways. Don't go away, come near. Don't be faithless, be faithful. Find the antidote in the venom. He doesn't promise all lollipops and roses, right? He tells us of the guest house and how we should be with the guest house. Every morning it comes. And what could come? A joy, a despair? Things come that we don't like, but let them come in. Come on. We want to live a spiritual life. We come here at Gathering of Light and we learn spiritual tools for sacred living. What is sacred living? It is full living. It is embracing living. It is knowing the beloved, being in that, being able to take in all that is in life. I remember somebody was asking, I think it was Sadhguru, I'm not sure. He says, how can we be happy all the time? And Sadhguru says, why do you want to be happy all the time? Why limit your life to one emotion? He said, why? We are here to feel, to breathe, to expand. Rumi tells us that the wound is where the light comes in. When our hearts break, they can be expanded. Opened more. That challenge. But in that challenge, not to forget that we are that drop that has the whole ocean in it. And the whole ocean of the divine is wooing us, wanting us to come back. Come back, come back. Come back. In another poem, he talks about that idea of the flute. We all know the flute is so haunting, right? We hear that from spiritual, it's a real spiritual sound, that haunting flute. And Rumi says, let us listen to the reed and the tale it tells, how it stings of separation. Ever since they cut me from the riverbed, my wail has caused men and women to weep. See? He saw it differently. And as they cut that reed to make that flute, they wanted to be reconnected. So as it plays that music, it calls to each and every one of us to go to that place again that we know of wanting connection, that separation from the divine. It makes us weep. He says, I want a heart torn open with longing to share this pain of love. Whoever has parted from its source longs to return to that state. He says, come close, closer, even closer. How will this resistance last? You are me and I am you. What separates you from me? We're the light of God, God's mirror. So why do we struggle with ourselves and with one another? Why does one light escape from one another? Come release yourself from this ego. Live in harmony with everyone. Be friendly with everyone. Alone, you are just one drop, one speck. Bonded and united with everyone, you are the ocean. The ocean is you. So these poems that he has, and encouraged me. I've always said, sometimes you think of things and you ever look at something and say, that's so beautiful, and then you have this connection to it. Say, oh, I can write, if you write that down, it's almost like a poem. Or even just, we were talking this morning about the power of journaling, just putting our thoughts down. Like Rumi's thoughts became these beautiful poems. But what if you wrote your own thoughts down? What if you journaled about? For this is supposed to be, for Christians, a time of Advent. This is a time of preparing yourself. How do you prepare yourself for the light to come back? You complain about the dark and how dark it gets? Because I hear that more than I hear anything positive. Oh, it's so dark. Why is it so dark? When is it going to be light? You're the light that's missing. Anytime there's darkness, there is a light in you that cannot die, that is needed in that situation. You're asked to be the light, to bring the light. I like this poem here. I'm sharing all this poetry, and I'm hoping that it will inspire you maybe to journal a little bit. Don't worry about how it all sounds, because you're the only one reading it. Unless you're being that too harsh a critic, then I'll ask you to have somebody else read it for you. He says, the prophets have wondered to themselves, how long should we keep pounding this cold iron? How long do we have to whisper into an empty cage? Every motion of created beings come from the Creator. The first soul pushes and your second soul responds, beginning. So don't stay timid. Load the ship and set out. No one knows for certain whether the vessel will sink or reach the harbor. Cautious people say, I'll do nothing until I can be sure. Merchants know better. If you do nothing, you lose. Don't be one of those merchants, though, who would risk the ocean, who won't risk the ocean. This is much more important than losing or making money. It's about your connection to God. You must set fire to have light. Trust means you're ready to risk what you already have. Think of the fear and hope about your livelihood. They make you go to work diligently every day. Now consider what the prophets have done. Abraham wore fire for an ankle. Moses spoke to the sea. David molded iron, and Solomon rode the wind. Work the invisible world at least as hard as you do the visible. Work the invisible world at least as hard as you do the visible. Be companions with the prophets, even though no one here will know that you are, not even the helpers. You can't imagine what prophet will come when one of those generous ones invite you into his fire. Go quickly. Don't say, but will it burn me? Will it hurt? Go. So it's that fun way that the prophet, in a poem and, poetry and this idea of the divine being the beloved. It's just so beautiful. I'm hoping you're getting so much out of this, and you take home today some really wonderful spiritual tools from Rumi. Think about it. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise, so I'm changing myself. Just take that one for the week. You don't need to take any more. You know, this is the beauty of this. And again, putting it into place. But one thing that I did find that I hadn't seen before was that Rumi wrote a poem about Christmas. See, in Konya, he was, also Rumi, for those of you who don't know, was part of the Whirling dervishes. So it was that idea of whirling. And when the dervishes, when they whirl, right, so usually they have the big white hats and the white outfits on and stuff, but, and they're usually men, and so, but the women will have scarves, so they'll have much more fun with that and doing the scarves. So when you start out, there's one hand usually up and one hand down, so you are doing sort of like a Qigong movement, right, of heaven and earth.
Right hand up.
Yep.
The right hand is up and the left is down.
Yeah, it's my right hand.
That's right.
Okay. so anyway, and it's a movement where you're looking at your hand and seeing that line drawn up to the divine, right? So you're seeing that light drawn up, and then it's sort of like a push around on your feet, right? So you're kind of pushing around like this, so like a twirl like that, and you're watching and going like this, and you're going around. And we were able to, when our visit to Konya, watch dervishes whirl. I think it was 3 hours straight. They did not stop. They didn't get dizzy because you're not dizzy. You're in a, if you can visualize, it's like a white light tunnel. It becomes like this white light, and you become contained in it. So the whirling only holds the perimeter of the tunnel in creating that. And you have this experience of being like in that presence of the oneness. So you can see the benefits of doing these practices where you can really make it all come alive for you. Maybe we'll try a little bit later on. Laurie had brought in some scarves and stuff, so if anybody wants to play around. But I want to tell you this poem of Christmas by Rumi. Whatever faith you are, originally, I like to say my faith is love, so give me a tradition. Something about Christmas Eve, there's a stillness at night. Because where we live, a lot of people are very quiet that time of year, because we live in a predominantly Christian area. So it was always very still. There was something about that stillness and that quiet. We can go out and walk, and it's quiet. And as a kid growing up in the Bronx, have a still night, quiet. It wasn't always like that. It was very special to be in that stillness and that quiet. So Rumi writes, and he's talking about the early morning. There is a morning where presence comes over you, and you sing like a rooster in your earth-colored shape. Your heart hears, and no longer frantic, begins to dance. At that moment, soul reaches total emptiness. Your heart becomes merry, miraculously pregnant, and body, like a 2-day-old Jesus, says wisdom words. Now the heart turns to light, and the body picks up the tempo. Where Shams Tabriz walks, the footprints are musical notes, and holes you fall through into space. So it's that bringing it all back. And we're all on a pilgrimage, every one of us, as we do our life's work. And this, where he says, I am wind and you are fire, says, oh, you've gone on pilgrimage. Where are you? Where, oh, where? Here is the beloved. Oh, come now, come, oh, come. Your friend, he is your neighbor. He is next to your wall. You erring in the desert, what air of love is this? If you see the beloved's form without form, you are the house, the master. You are the Kaaba. You, where is a bunch of roses if you would be in this garden? Where one soul pearly essence when you're the seed of God? That's true, and yet your troubles may turn to treasures rich. How sad that you yourself veil the treasure that is yours. So the pleading, the longing in Rumi, the call to all of us this day is to come back to the beloved. Internalize it into your very being and allow it to be expressed in the amazing, unique way that is you. And so it is. Tom?
Good morning. The prayer of peace. All out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there when the soul lies down in that grass. The world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. Dear Allah, help me to live with such unconditional love. Amen.
So this is our time for meditation. And I'm going to use the poem from Rumi. So I'm going to do a guest house meditation. So if you will go into your bodies, be present. Close your eyes if you wish. Welcome to this guided meditation based on Rumi's beautiful poem, The Guest House. As we begin, make sure you are comfortable. Gently close your eyes and bring your attention to your body and to your breath. Let your body be light as you breathe in and fill your body, yourself with fresh air. Then let it be heavy as you breathe out and you sink into your seat. Breathing in and feeling lightness. Breathing out and feeling heaviness. Relaxing into this moment when there is nothing else to do but just to be. Just taking a few minutes to simply breathe and allow your body to come to stillness. Now, listen to the poem. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an expected visitor. He may be cleaning you out for some new delight. The darker thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond, with eyes closed and gently holding whatever was moved inside you by this poem. Use your imagination to put yourself as the host of your inner guest house. Imagine what the guest house is like and where you are in it as you await today's new arrival. Take some time now to allow whatever is standing between you and feeling good to the surface. These are the visitors to your guest house today. Imagine yourself going to the door of your house and opening it to one of these visitors. Perhaps an emotion that has been hard to feel and space for it. Or a relationship is weighing on you. As you welcome this visitor in, notice what they look like or what they feel like to you. Does this visitor have a name? Invite this guest to occupy the space in your house that feels good and comfortable to you at just the right distance from you. Take some time to acknowledge and welcome your guests in whatever way feels right to you. Make sure not to merge with them. Now take some time to repeat this process with whatever else arises in you. Each time you become aware of another guest. Something that stands between you and feeling good. Go to the door to welcome them in. Try to identify them. Imagine them and invite them to occupy the appropriate space, just the right distance from you. Take what other time you need for this. Pausing this meditation if you need. Now go back to the door and imagine that one last guest has arrived there. The background feeling you often have about yourself. The vague feeling of being you. And just the right distance from you. Notice now what it feels like inside you to have acknowledged the presence of all these guests and to have offered them space and hospitality. Notice that you are not these feelings. You are bigger than they are. You are the gracious host, and you are the spacious guest house for all the experiences and feelings that pass through you. Notice any space you have invaded inside you by acknowledging your guests and savor that spaciousness for a while. Now it's time for your guests to leave. Take some time to show them to the door, one by one. And notice if on the way out, a guest might want to whisper something in your ear. Perhaps a word of wisdom or encouragement. Now, as we come to an end, hold and savor the spaciousness inside you, for you will bring it with you. And gently allow your thoughts to turn inward, your day and everything it holds. With your eyes still closed, slowly become aware of the physical space you are in. Then, when you are ready, and only when you are ready, gently, gently open your eyes. And so it is.
You a drummer? You drum. So when we have to do our meditation, we like to send out prayers and blessings, and we ask those that are home that they put the names up of those they'd like us to send some prayers to, and we always have the prayer chain. You can put the names on there too as well. And we send out these prayers and blessings, and plus say your name first. Say your name, yeah, everybody out loud. And then we're going to send you, and then say the name of all the prayers for people you'd like to send some prayers to.
Bernard, Michelle.
And there's a quick little prayer that's there, but that's the one in your program is there, but I just want to say this one. I wanted to share this one. It's Ishkala Mabud Allah. So it's Ishkala is binding me to the book, to the divine, and Mabud, the beloved divine. So the beloved God. So I'm binded, I'm one with the beloved divine. So Ishkala Mabud Allah. Ishkala Mabud Allah. Ishkala Mabud Allah. Okay, so in keeping that, before we do our other thing, because we have some scarves here, I wanted to give them a chance to do a little bit of whirling. That's why I asked Phil to bring his drum up. And I don't know, you get a tune out of this, Frankie, you're up to. It's Allahu Allah, right? Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah. Come on, Allahu Allah. Come on, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah, Allahu Allah.
things. How's everybody doing? Great. Please join me in our abundance affirmation. We are grateful for all the grace and wealth flowing in and through each member, gathering of light, and for all the abundance in our lives. We are grateful for all the grace and wealth flowing in and through each member, gathering of light, and for all the abundance in our lives. Thank you so much. Welcome anyone new here today. Welcome, and not only here, but at home, Facebook, YouTube. There's a blue QR code. You can fill that contact information so we can be in touch with you. Thank you so much. Also, our starter pack program, we're looking for blankets. If you want to help with that, Lisa's right over there. You can see her in fellowship. Our prayer stars. We do prayer stars in fellowship. If you know anyone that needs prayers or some support, put their name on our list downstairs, and so we can all write a nice, personal, beautiful prayer star. You see John D. Where are you, John? Right there. See John D. for that. We have also our GOL T-shirts. They're beautiful, nice representation of GOL. They're colorful. They'll be in fellowship. They're $20 each. Qigong is on Thursdays at 7 and 9 p.m. And we also, 9 a.m. And we are so grateful for Sheila for doing that. That's great. We also have next week on December 14th, the Power Prayer. It's right here at 12:15. Reverend Evelyn is doing that. It's very, very powerful.
Wednesday's 12 step.
Oh yeah, we got a 12-step on Wednesday. That's on December 11th at 7:15 p.m. on Zoom. So if you're interested in the 12-step program, check that out. Our solstice circle and drumming is on Tuesday. It's on December 17th, right up here, right?
Yep.
Right up here in the sanctuary. So if you want to be part of that, jump on and get those. Come on up here. That's a Tuesday night. It's a beautiful thing. Save the date, New Year's Eve dance and dinner. That's on December 31st. We have a limit. We only can get 40 people, so get your tickets while you can. And it's going to be $20 for dinner, dancing, beautiful energy. You can have a great time. So
6:30 to 10:30, so not all night, not a midnight.
6:30 to 10:30. So you can go home and actually watch.
10 o'clock will be our call, 10:90.
Really, that's cool. And then we got our holidays party. That's on Saturday, December 21st. You can see Rana, the Holy Days. See Rana about the food. If you want to bring some food, it's going to be a potluck. We also have our Penny for Babes. We're working with local shelters. If you want to be part of that, see me and Jerry or Lori. If you want to contribute. And what we're looking for is bedding in a bag. So it's pillowcases, it's fitted sheet, the top sheet, and a blanket all together. So this way you guys know that's what we're looking for each kid. And some kids like certain colors, like superheroes and stuff like that. So we're just trying to support our community. Beautiful. Nothing like having your own sheets, even as an adult. When I change your sheets, I lay down, it feels good. And then when you got sheets that really have meaning, come on, that's through the roof. Also, we want to thank Craig and Frankie for playing the music today. Lori for doing all. Carmen, the fellowship, the food. And we always want to thank Melissa for her beautiful camera work and all the videos that she puts up.
Our Thanksgiving video is up.
Thanksgiving video is up, and it's amazing. We really are grateful. Thank you so much. And also, like us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Meetup, on Instagram. We are the Gathering of Light at the Spiritual Fellowship. And everyone have a sparkling day.
You too.
Already sparkles us. Thank you, President Arthur Jacques. So we are just so grateful that we have this opportunity. May you go out and write your poetry, at least journal, put something down, get connected, find the beauty. Someone said the word, in the energy circle, someone said the word wonder. We have wonder today, wonderment. That's a real spiritual term. That's a real way of walking spiritually, right? Kids know that, have wonder. Well, they lose it pretty early these days. So we'll hope to bring it back and keep it in our own hearts, to keep that wonder alive. So, You also know that our coming together is another step towards peace on earth. So we say peace words, words of greeting that come from old traditions, and they are aloha, shanti, shalom, salam, peace, pax, satrika, Jaijananda, blessed be, haping, amahora, akoine, namaste, ache, mir, mer, ashe, aho. We have a request song, right?
Yes, we do, Reverend Joanne. It was something by Jerry Garcia. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Reverend Joanne, for another fantastic service. My sisters and brothers. Say to my sisters and my brothers, keep the faith. When the storm flies and the wind blows, I gotta go at a steady pace. When the battle is fought and the victory's won, we all shout together, we have overcome. Talk to the Father and to the Son when we make it to the promised land. If we walk together, little children, we don't have to worry. Through this world of trouble, we got to love one another. Let's take our fellow man by the hand and try to help him to understand. We can all be together forever and ever when we make it to the promised land.
And Fox, right? This way. Let's go. Come on up. Farmer Fox. Food preparer Fox. Doing all the running around, carrying the chairs, all the different things. And Natalie. There we go. Natalie and Fox. Yeah. And Natalie.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nellie Fawn. Happy birthday, we love you.
Go out there, go around the back. Go around the back and together, blow out the candle.
Watch your head.
Yeah, excuse me. Either way, go ahead. Just be careful. Now that one you blow out. Ready? Go ahead. Set. Three. Up. Yay!